Hey guys. Yeah, well, it's me once again. Okay, well, right, so, yeah, well, probably saw the title already. I don't know what it's gonna be about, so let's just jump right into this, shall we? Right, Fire Emblem. Okay, well, yeah. I'll tell her the fuck now. Okay, like, Fire Emblem is not necessarily someone that I hate. But not necessarily someone that I like either. I mean, there are a lot of things to like about Fire Emblem, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, for one, I'm supposed to do like the music, the story, I guess, and although the setting might be a bit generic, I mean, it's fantasy. I mean, a lot of like themes are fantasy, like no, like I also like not exactly something that kind of says like that much different for like I don't know, something kind of see for like Lord of the Rings or like Game of Thrones. It could be probably the point. I don't know, but there's one thing, okay, about Fire Emblem that I just don't necessarily care about. And it also just happens to be the most important thing by far, okay? You know what that is? The gameplay. Yeah. The fucking gameplay. Now, one of my focus like kind of like a think over here, I don't necessarily hate RPGs. In fact, I, do tend to more focus actually like playing them. They're not necessarily a bit of work though. Not necessarily someone that I tend to kind of say like play all the time. I mean, I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles, on the Wii. And even though I enjoyed the experience like quite a lot, in fact, I would say it's really one of my favorite games ever now. Honestly, and I'm getting like so tiring. They're like the end of it that I just kind of just didn't end up bothering actually complete it. Yeah, I just and I'm just getting the final dungeon, and I'm realizing that like my fucking like I needed to grind because it's just too under leveled. You know that? I don't like down the level, but I at least grind like a couple of levels. Grind to get level up a couple of times. So I could be able to actually be like the first boss of the final dungeon. Because for some reason I was just kind of stuck there. And I was just like, I mean, I already know how this shit is gonna fucking end anyway. So it's like, why should I bother? Yeah, there's no reason for me to bother. So it's like I just kind of left afterwards, Don't get me wrong though, I fucking love Xenoblade. Xenoblade is a great game. Xenoblade Chronicles, like the first game at least, it's great. Okay. But it's definitely sort of exhausting. But here's the thing. Regardless of whether or not like kind of RPG is exhausting or not, with most RPGs, I definitely do have an interest in playing them. But they are a bit of hard work to actually get to play them. I still want to play them, though. It's kind of what I'm saying. But Fire Emblem? Jesus, man. I just cannot get into that series, like, at all. And it's funny too because I really do want to get into it. Like, again, there are a lot of fucking things I do like about Fire Emblem after all, but man, the gameplay, it's just so, like, unfathomably boring, okay? It's not good, basically. It's not good. Now, yeah. I think, but wait, but I mean, why is it so bad about Fire Emblem to you? Why do you not like it as much? Well, you see, here's the thing. Fire Emblem's genre, being like turn-based strategy, not necessarily a bad thing by itself, I know that, but, the thing is that with the way like a Fire Emblem's genre tends more focus on just be like, and how the gameplay is like, it tends to get like pretty boring to kind of say it's just to like anything half the time, because most of the time I just play Fire Emblem and all that, and just, you know, get into a map and all that, and you know, start fighting. You have to individually just like move all your fucking units individually to like one guy or like one place. And if you are motherfuckers like engage in a battle and all that, then we might essentially like have to now get a guy, manually select the option to fight him, watch the animation. Another thing I'm saying, just like essentially like removing the option to do it. But even with that, I mean, it's still kind of a bit annoying. And you do that, watch animation. You you know, either motherfuckers essentially like take the guy out in one turn, or not. Enough that, and then you move another guy and do the same thing, and move another guy, and I don't know. Maybe also motherfuckers move like a few other units like another place. But that's really about like while they kind of get when it comes to that shit. It's boring, okay? It's just boring. I'm sorry, just for me at least, it's boring. Like, I hate, okay, how like kind of have no control over you know, what like where actions are. You pretty much can only move in a couple of spaces at most. Really, it's just like playing chess. Except at least chess is like, you know, it's like only one match. You play chess, you know, and move the pieces and all that, and do all that kind of shit. But it's like one, you know, match. You know, you play a chess match, and it doesn't obviously if I like suck at chess, not like me. And then obviously lasting for very long anyway, so it's at least a bit merciful. But Fire Emblem, I mean, say how it fucking is, okay? It's like the slowest game of chess I ever fucking played. And it's not even chess, it's just funny as fuck to me. It's just like, no. I don't know, man. It's just weird. What also baffles me too is that like Fire Emblem keeps like you know, with like this sort of style as well, and it's pretty much such a kept like that since forever. Like, I mean, ever since the NES era, when Fire Emblem was first made, it's still turn-based strategy to this day, and I don't get that. Like, you know, ever since you know, real-time strategy games or RTS games, if you want to go there. Like, I think on PC, it was gonna make the Fire Emblem completely obsolete. Like, you can do so much more in those games, you know, because it's like, you like especially like you know, just I don't know what I actually do when it comes to real-time strategy games. Is like, you know, selecting the units or, you know, multiple units. You know, if I especially like I may use the mouse for example, playing that shit on PC, you know, use the mouse on that. If I select like kind of look at the unit. Oh, sorry, like the place you want like kind of the unit to move in, and it just moves there. If you want to essentially like have like you know, find our units, it just select the unit and just fight the unit, and you do all that fucking shit in real time as well. Which, again, it's kind of the point I'm trying to make here. Like, when it's real time, it's just so much more faster because things just flow like smoothly. And funnily enough, it actually feels more strategic in that way. It actually feels like a fuck's actually fighting a big war by just the fact that I have more control over the things that fucks should do. You know, fucks I'm just stopping, you know, like stopping to do like a bunch of fucking shit all the fucking time, you know. And well, I mean, you know. Now I gotta fucking say something at least because, like, you know, as like I played neither Fire Emblem or real-time strategy games, so, you know, for everyone else just like think that like my opinions just you know, like from the person who actually played them. No, I haven't. However, I have seen videos, at least when it comes to Fire Emblem anyway. I've seen a lot of videos on like who's this gets. You might know who that is, you know, if have been on YouTube enough, with the internet enough. I don't know if I've seen one of his videos. I don't know. Maybe one of those abused ones, or one of the Korea battings ones. That's how I personally in a position like me, him, for example, you know, like the latter series at least. But yeah, this good actually has a lot of Fire Emblem related videos, and I haven't watched them. You know, because I mean, I have some interest in Fire Emblem. I do think a lot of it is cool, but also, you know, it's not necessarily kind of the absolute like kind of the best thing ever for me to play personally. And after watching his Gits videos, I've kind of seen that, yeah, it isn't my thing. It just isn't. Like, Fire Emblem is just, it's okay, it's just not good. For me at least, it's just not good. It's kind of the opposite idea of fun that I have for me, because like, there be a lot of like fast-paced games in there, like Sonic, Mega Man, I mean, heck. For you to tell here, considering the footage you're seeing, I mean, you know, there's a Sonic game right here. You can probably tell right now that, you know, I'm playing a Sonic game. So yeah, I do like playing those kind of games, more faster-paced ones. Not necessarily platformers or anything like that, just more faster-paced games that just give me more control over things that I do, and just honestly, it's tend to be like kind of a stop, like, you know, just, you know, stop or go, like those, like that and shit. And I still like RPGs, mind you, but you know, even if I fucking kind of fucking think, oh, but like, you know, wow, history fucking set like you know, you like faster paced games. So why you like RPGs then? Why do you find like RPGs problematic? Well, that's because you know, at least when it comes to turn-based RPGs, like regular turn-based RPGs, not turn-based strategy RPGs, you just, you know, you can like choose to kind of essentially like kind of leave out a battle, or you can just choose to set your way out together, depending on the game. Like for example, Pokemon, which is you know, a series very dear to my heart. Like just repels and all that, and the enemies just stay out of your way. You have to not actually doing encounters like most of the time in the Pokemon game. But yeah, I mean, I get that you have to kind of have money for those, but yeah, that's just kind of insane. Yeah. Turn-based RPGs are better because at least they give like some degree of control. They give you like kind of some degree of like ways to kind of make you to have a conversation, like kind of do decisions and all that. And another adventure is just nowhere near as boring. Like in general, I mean, you could just do way more in like you know, one like kind of battle in a turn-based RPG than it can do in a fucking you know, turn-based strategy RPG. You just can. That's just how it works, you know, at least for me anyway. Now, action RPGs as well is also like a genre that I'm quite into, because, you know, having like basically like kind of the more like kind of faster paced you know, style of like action games, which I do quite like, and the mechanical depth of like other RPGs. I mean, hey, stand the fuck up, man. I mean, that's kind of why I'm enjoying Xenoblade so much, because exactly that, you know. I mean, yeah, you're not fucking being like kind of like I mean, I was considering I was getting into battles on that, and I'm being more similar like a turn-based RPG, since like when you battle and all that, it kind of say just stop there, and it kind of essentially be able to focus on kills like a bunch of attacks and all that. But I mean, they had like more control in that regard. I mean, if one could be able to kind of say just like manually flee the battle, and you know, since like the enemies are like all you know, just in a place and all that. And like, you'll be able to actually see where they are and all that, like in the field itself. And you can be able to just run away from them any time that you want. Yeah, I think that's just better. For me at least. Yeah. But again, as like I was saying, like kind of turn-based RPGs, like, you know, aren't necessarily bad in that regard. I actually do quite enjoy a lot of them, personally. Just like games like Fire Emblem, you know, games like Fire Emblem, like turn-based strategy games in general, I just don't get that. You know, honestly, it just kind of feels very primitive to me sometimes, because like, again, real-time strategy games, like the moment those kind of came into PC, they kind of just became like so much more like kind of you know, like obsolete, you know. And it was considered kind of fucking thing, but wow, this fucking also knows I like to know a lot of like kind of real-time strategy games. But I do know a little bit. I don't know whether or not I have played a real-time strategy game in my life, but I do at least fucking know like kind of about certain things about it. Like for example, again, you know, where you say just like the units and all that, and you can just you know, like, you know, some of the Age of Empires, I guess. Yeah, Age of Empires, yeah. I actually watched some of his good videos on that one as well, by the way. So I do know a little bit about it. So if you want to like the kind of things I do know, I mean, I sort of know about that, I guess. I just haven't really played it myself, personally. But I got some like Age of Empires and all that. I mean, it's kind of such a kind of thing to kind of just like think about as well. This kind of sort of game where it's like, you know, you like manually select you know, units and all that. You like have like a cursor and all that. You just click on it. The kind of station like how like the unit kind of motherfuckers just go like kind of whatever place you want. You can also maybe select like multiple units, kind of go like the same on one place. Or when it comes to battles and all that, you could just select like the enemy, you know, with the mouse. And all of the units just battles that enemy. It had to do anything, you know. They had to essentially like just like you know, select them and then just like, you know, go into a fight with them, and then like, you know, I don't know, you watch an animation, and they're like just you know, they're doing this extra thing in the R unit. No, you just select the enemy. The units go, all the units like just go in and fights pretty much. That's literally that's it, you know. That's all they do, and it's like so much more fun in my opinion, because at least it's just more of you know, like something that just happens. Like it's just better, you know, the kind of situation like have like kind of just be the outcome, I guess. In comparison, like you know, like just you know, turn-based strategy games like Fire Emblem. And I mean, I've got to say specifically turn-based strategy games like Fire Emblem because actually, I'm pretty sure, like, kind of, at least from like kind of what I've heard, like some people, I think even like in regards to turn-based strategy games, Fire Emblem is really the, you know, end all be all now. There's actually like kind of like way more like kind of advancements in regards to like kind of other like kind of turn-based strategy games, if I'm not mistaken. I actually don't know. Okay, like correct me if I'm wrong. I just kind of actually heard like kind of that Fire Emblem in particular seems to be kind of just the odd one out there, because since my understanding like kind of like a still my understanding like kind of just as like kind of the same as it used to be, like, you know, way back like kind of like within the first game, you know, that it was made. I don't know about that. I can't say whether that is true, but you know, it's kind of wonder because yeah. Honestly, I think that's just kind of why I know exactly the thing that I really like Fire Emblem, because it's just so primitive. It's just so slow. Yeah. Like, I have so much more luck kind of playing like a turn-based, and I have no problems like actually playing like kind of a turn-based RPG. Like a Fire Emblem game, I just don't know, man. Like I just see gameplay footage of it, and I just die on the inside because it's just so boring, man. Just so boring. I don't like it, okay? I'm sorry. And it's kind of sad too, because I really like the music of Fire Emblem. I like the art design, you know, quite a bit. I was gonna say visuals, but I mean just visuals like kind of. I guess the art design, yeah, it's really quite good. I don't know about the visuals overall though. Like, well, actually, nah. I mean the GameCube and Wii games look pretty good, at least. I can tell you that much. I saw some of the cutscenes and that fucking shit. That shit looks good as hell, man, actually. Like, surprisingly very modern for like a Wii game. And I guess the newest game, you know, Fire Emblem Engage, it does look pretty good, though. I can definitely especially share like the opinion that like people have when it comes to, you know, the character designs. They look great, actually, but they're just not good for a fantasy setting, man. I mean, I don't know too much about Mika Picasso as an artist personally. All I know of her is that she has designs for like fake characters, you know, fake Grand Order characters. And she's also essentially done Bay, it's like design. Yeah, Hako's Bales from Hololive. I mean, if you know, you know, I guess. But yeah, no, she has done like kind of the design for her. And actually, because actually thinking about that, I actually quite like her design now. It kind of like don't want to grow on me, but the more I kind of think about it, the more I kind of just fucking like feel the design is like really good, and I don't know, yeah, at least from what I've seen, like, that's like Mikado is just a very skilled artist. But yeah, you know, Fire Emblem like, the girl designs are neat, but just does not fit a fantasy setting, man. But there's kind of fucking thing too, because that's not what the things I fucking say about the other Fire Emblem games. Like, all of them actually like are good, look vibrant, and all that, and fit a fantasy setting. But this is only a Fire Emblem video, so fuck it, I guess I'm just gonna talk about that too much. Just, I don't know, if you want to fucking hear my thoughts on that fucking shit, there you go, I guess. I don't necessarily mind Fire Emblem, but it's like if I can actually play anything, play it either, so. It's just kind of pointless to me to such a complaint about it. It's just like, don't really care about Fire Emblem games all that much anyway. It's just something that I care about to play, yeah. So, yeah. Right, okay, so yeah. Like, yeah, I like the music. I like the setting, even if it can be generic. I like some of the character designs, you know, just the art style overall, you know. It's very solid if it's considered. Like, I feel like Fire Emblem games actually have some, like, very good art style if it's considered. I think that's actually probably one of the more, like, kind of strong parts of its fucking game's effects. And at least when it comes to the GBA games, what I've seen, that one also has pretty damn good pixel arts. Like, the animations, I didn't say, like, kind of that I have to, like I said, that it's kind of boring to watch, I have to, like, essentially, like, just, you know, movie reunion and all that, and have to watch the animation of, like, them more fucking, like, you know, they kind of confine them. But apparently this animation's, like, damn fluid. So there's that, yeah. But, yeah, you know, there are a lot of things like with Fire Emblem, but it's just that one part of it that just pisses me off, man, the gameplay. And it's kind of a fucking thing too, because like, all the other fucking like things are actually pretty superfluous at the end of the fucking day. Because like, if you can't enjoy the gameplay, if I think like it's just a boring slog to play, then what's even the point? Yeah. I'm actually remember also, by the way, there's also another, like, you know, strategy RPG that I also remember, like, kind of actually checking out. Project Cross Zone. I don't even know about that game. I really essentially, like, checked out playthroughs of it because of, like, X and Zero being in it. Yeah, no, Mega Man. I like Mega Man. Did you know that? Anyway, yeah. There's like Mega Man X and Zero in like kind of like that game. And back at that time, there was really a lot of like Mega Man presentation of really anything. So actually a lot more folks should be like kind of someone that kind of like kind of literally thought, because like there's no like Mega Man games coming out at the time like Project Cross was a fucking thing. So just like, I don't know, I mean, let's see if we can check this out. It is funny too, because like I remember essentially kind of like checking playthroughs of it, and I remember essentially getting very, very bored, like just you know, at one fucking point. And I'm pretty sure I remember essentially not actually like at least like essentially like kind of struggling, essentially like getting the fucking point, you know, where like kind of the X and Zero like exclusive like you know chapter was that. I feel like this is one where like Iris also shows up, probably enough. I'm not gonna talk about that shit too much, but there's like some of the cuts that just happens there that's actually pretty interesting for like you know, Mega Man X4 fan, which was a Mega Man X fan in general. I mean, I don't know. So to go check that out, but then again, you probably already have. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. In regards to that shit, like I remember essentially getting up to that point, but I just do not remember essentially like kind of like stomaching the entire fucking like chapter. And it was like, wow, like at least like 20 more chapters after that shit too. I did not want to actually go through all of that. Okay, I was just exhausted by that point. Like, I did not care. Okay, I just wanted the more folks to like leave and just have that be that. And honestly, man, like that shit was painful. Like it was, okay? And like, I wanted to fucking actually keep going because I love X and Zero. I don't want to kind of just see the fucking thing like see anything related to them. And that just didn't have more fucks to being in. Honestly, I'm sorry. Though I guess you know, I was also where like, and I'm essentially find out about like Cosmos and Telos? I don't know what her name's pronounced, by the way. Yeah. Maybe tell me in the comments if you know that shit. But yeah, Cosmos and Telos for like Xenosaga. I did say that I played like Xenoblade, and I've actually this type of I can actually know much about like Xenosaga or even Xenoblade actually for that matter, because like I played Xenoblade around 2017, like my Wii, you know. Played it in 2017, but I didn't really know Xenoblade somewhat through Smash. I think back then I fucking know what Xenoblade was, but I did know at least the Xenosaga characters that you know, just had to be Project Cross Zone, and that's where I essentially kind of just found out about like kind of the Xeno series overall. Technically, kind of, sorta. I don't know if I can know that was even like based on the same series. Heck, I didn't even know still when they even are part of the same series. So I mean, you know, not the same, but I mean, yeah. I don't really play Xenosaga, mind you. I know shit about those fucking games, but at least I know what the characters now, so I mean, that's neat. But yeah, these games, man, they aren't necessarily bad, okay? Project Cross Zone, I mean, it has a lot of fucking things going for it. I think it's neat that like kind of X and Zero had like kind of I don't know, edge presentation on that, especially after like the time when it came in. And Fire Emblem, I like a lot of things about it too, but man, the gameplay for this fucking game is just, it's just bad, okay? It is not my idea of fun, to say the least. It's not good, and I just don't like it, okay? Honestly, actually, I'm kind of thinking about like a sort of like concept, I think, for like I actually gotta think of like a sort of concept, I think, for like a potential Fire Emblem like game, or like it could just be a bit more like kind of like a real-time strategy that would like motherfucker like an ordeal, I guess. Mind you, I don't know when that is gonna actually work. I don't know enough if I would actually say that shit for certain. But they have sort of an idea, I suppose. The idea is as follows. You know, there's like actually I don't think it's like it's actually like real-time strategy specifically. Actually, no, maybe it is. I actually don't remember. Oh well, fuck, it's gonna fucking talk about this shit anyway. Miles away? Okay, anyway, yeah. Right, so there's like this like open world thing. You know, it's like hub world somewhat. Actually, no, it is more like a sort of like, you know, similar like a Zelda or like the Xenoblade area, I guess, where you like, you know, you go in essentially kind of climb out like certain surfaces and all that, and I'm getting like certain items and all that, like, you know, swords and all that. It's like in this area now that when you go in, you know, and do all those fucking things. And there's also like hub world where you you know, have like kind of guess I should be able to just have like our characters like go to like missions and all that. Maybe potentially I'm essentially getting like level up like outside of like you know, battles and all that. But yeah, basically all of that is basically just like more so preparation for like you know, this like another fucking like you know, more preparation for like kind of the actual you know, strategy parts, I guess you could say. Now for those, I was actually kind of thinking of like having somewhere where it's like, you know, you either play that like a regular Fire Emblem game, or it's actually fucking have like a sort of like you know, like an option where like you just play like you know, you just have like the game itself more focused on such like the style, like you know, like the outcome for you. With I suppose like you know, like the you know, the drawback that if you do that, and it might necessarily motherfucking not being successful depending on like the situation. You know, because I mean, you might probably have like need like such like some form of like some form of level ups, I guess, or fucking up just like gain like the map essentially like do all of that. Have the more function up actually work towards that before I'm just like doing anything. Or you could also just or like you just like in the sort of like our units, or like, you know, you sort of you know, like items, like items or weapons that my saying just get that like are much more like powerful and all that. You know, you could just have like the game just decide the entire fucking like thing for you, or you could just you know, just play like the fucking thing and just potentially get like better rewards. And then there's also like kind of another part where you want to essentially like kind of well, actually, I was just saying explain the shit as well, but like yeah, basically my thing is like you know essentially get like kind of like this bar, you know it's like sort of like kind of you know par and all that, you know. But there's like maybe like this like soldiers and all that, you know. You had to like fight them like kind of like first and all that, and then after that you get to you know another part and all that. Basically, an upstage is like infiltrating the enemy's stronghold. After that shit, basically, you do like kind of the strategy stuff. You hop into battle, you know, and essentially fucking defeat everyone, and then like you go through the door. And then there's also like kind of like a section where essentially like kind of like similar like kind of the first part, I guess. The like adventure gamey, the 3 adventure gamey parts, I guess. You know, like Zoomblade like area, I guess. And then like you just you know, fight like a bunch of like enemies inside that area. And you might actually have like the kind of attack options, you know, similar like on any sort of action RPG, you know. You do that. You know, and then like essentially options get like get another like kind of gates, you know that, and then you know, you go in, you gotta find a few more enemies, and then once you get the boss, you essentially find her like you know, in a similar sort of like them, you know. I guess it doesn't really matter whether they're he or she, you know, it's still a boss regardless, so yeah, no. You fight them, you know, like on like you know, the area. And essentially like find like kind of the same way like kind of essentially follow like all those like other soldiers and all that. You find her in that sort of form. But if you actually essentially like end up like you know, for example, like going in like you know, like actually essentially like doing like kind of the strategy game stuff, essentially like kind of like play that shit without like kind of essentially like kind of you know have the game like kind of do the thing for you. You can actually essentially beat the boss like right there as they're doing any other Fire Emblem game. You just know find like all the units like you know like that, and then like you can just essentially like completely skip that part, you know, if you do that. And then you know it's basically like rinse or repeat pretty much. You get weapons, you know, in like the you know the adventure area. Let's call it that, by the way, adventure area. You you know, get stronger. Maybe get a few level outs before essentially kind of go into battle. You go to battle, decide whether or not you want like have like kind of that shit be done for you and all that. And you know potential like kind of not lose like kind of stronger units or like stronger weapons in the process. And then essentially like have like another fucking section and essentially find like a bunch of enemies and all that because they're in their stronghold now. You know, if I fight them like in the open world area, in the adventure area, you go in another fucking time, do the strategy stuff again, and you can choose like essentially like the kind of battle like on all like the enemies and all that, and have the game do it for you. And then after that, you could just you know, find like the boss like a sort of action RPG thing. The same way you can essentially like kind of follow like you know like the other like kind of characters. But if you choose essentially like fight like kind of you know like melee essentially like kind of fight in that area, you can actually fight the boss like you know just war any Fire Emblem game. I mean, I don't know, is that a good enough idea? I think personally it is. It certainly is not so much more fun to me, at least. And I guess I just say those like some more like real-time strategy stuff. I actually just forgot. Yeah, I guess there isn't. I guess there isn't technically. Well, to be fair, I actually thinking of like have like kind of you know the you know the section where like essentially like choose to you know do a share stuff. Kind of play like a real-time strategy game. Those definitely way more automated than even that. You know, they just like have the game just you know play the fight for you, you know. But I mean, I don't know. Is that a good enough idea or not? I mean, talk about that in the comments. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, how much more I'm gonna tell what I'm to do. So I don't know. Maybe do that. don't know. Anyway, I guess that's all I have to say. I think, right? Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Subscribe. Maybe like the video. I mean, I like saying that shit, but I mean, again, it's, and trying to see if we can, like, more folks that kind of come actually get money from all of this, and, try to, like, make more videos, and become, like, kind of better, like, just have, like, just money so I can be able to do the things that I want to do, I guess. Because I don't have a lot of money right now, and I'm kind of broke, so, maybe if I do that, maybe subscribe, I can do it so I can be able to lock monetization and all that, and keep watching, like, and I don't know, share with somebody else. That would be nice. But again, it's like I force anybody, and I have to do that shit when I want to, but yeah, I'm just saying, don't mind the poor guy, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it. Bye. I don't fucking know, bye.